Today we are talking about if your spouse is not showing you love in the way that you need them to, so your love languages differ. Is that a deal breaker? Let's talk about it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Natasha.
And I'm Tristan.
Welcome back to our channel,
Living the Grand Life.
It's Mind Your Marriage Monday, and as you heard, we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we getting a little grown today. You know what I mean? I feel like the last few weeks, we might have took it back, okay? But today we talking about grown and sexy marriage. Okay, we talking about mature marriage. We talking love languages, y'all. So I got this clip that I want us to watch, and I want to know what you think about it.
I'm very task oriented, so I want to get finished and then we can have lovey-dovey time. But for someone whose love language is physical touch, that don't really work. If you're in deficit and you need it, you don't want to wait for my task to be finished, and you come in and I see it as an interruption, but you see it as, hey, I need you. To me, it's reasonable for you to say, hey, I know you're busy, but I need a hug right now. That doesn't feel needy to me. And if you ignore it and constantly talk yourself out of it, then I think, oh, it's not a problem. I told him no, not right now. He wouldn't have sat on the couch and left me alone. But I don't know all the work you're doing internally to convince yourself that this isn't rejection. And when your internal talk stops working and you start to really be convinced that she don't love me, she don't find me attractive, she don't want to touch me, and then you stop coming to that, now I'm internalizing that as, usually when I walk around with this little short on, he'd come smack my butt, but now he don't. Usually when he come home, he would give me a kiss, but now he don't, because you've convinced yourself that I don't want that. I don't want that to happen, so it feels needy to me in the beginning. I'd rather have that than the opposite of what happens when we both self-talk ourselves into nobody care about us no more.
Yeah, so I want to give you the floor first. I feel like I always dominate these conversations, y'all. I'm real passionate about my opinions.
Yes, she is.
What is your thoughts about love languages in a marriage?
She's got a lot of valid points going on right there. I think the biggest point about love languages, though, in a marriage is communication. Because if you aren't verbally stating what you need, then it can come off as needy or annoying or be dismissed and thought of as something completely different, or it loses its value in what it is to one person versus the other. So like for the example she gave, physical touch. Literally she described that she didn't want it to get to the point where the value seemed lost. Like for the person that needs physical touch and they need it right now, like she said, it's a deficit right now for them and they need it in this moment. If you don't say that, even though it's big for you, if I'm a person that doesn't need that often, and I'm like, I'm good, and you go on about your business, then it's not that important.
Yeah.
Versus if you really communicate that it's a big deal. I think that's important with love languages, specific to what she said. My own personal thoughts, and I've always said this to Tristan, the 5 love languages book, I love it, right? Because it's allowed a lot of people to open up, understand themselves, and understand how to communicate their need. But there are also people like me that are designed that have love languages of giving. The 5 love languages book that's out is about how you receive love. There are those of us that get that and will give you the love the way you want it, but also I like to give love a certain way. And if the way someone wants to receive is completely misaligned to what you like to give, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. And I wonder if there's a love languages book about that, because you know there are like 75,000 different types of love language books.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I just know about that main book.
Yeah, the one that's got the purple cover.
That,
no, there's like 5 there's even love languages for work, like
really?
Co-workers, and love languages for your children, and love languages for friendships. Like, so yes, there are multiple different love language books.
Okay.
I wonder if there is one. That's something we should look into. But I agree. One thing a nuance that I like to really point out, and I don't even think you and I have ever even talked about it before, because Natasha and I struggle with that sometimes, where we not only is our love language different, But also, my wife, we are both extremely considerate of the other.
Yes.
To a fault.
Yes.
To the point where there have been several times where I tell my wife, like, even like one of her love languages is affirmation, words of affirmation.
Yep.
And another one is for her physical touch. Sometimes both of those together, if she can get some affirmation during that physical touch, boy, we on to something.
Ooh,
you okay?
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that she is also very, very considerate of me, to the point where sometimes when she needs something, she'll be like, oh, well, I realize like she got an attitude or something. Like she not acting the same. Something's off. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, you know, we haven't come together in a while. And that means that she ain't had her physical touch in a minute. And I'll be like, well, why didn't you say something? You'd be like, oh, well, you look sleepy, or you've been stressed at work, or you've been doing X, Y, and Z, or you've been, and I'm always like, babe, you gotta come to me. You gotta say something. Like, if you say something, I got you. I'm very rarely gonna say no, right? Like, you have to come to me and you have to say something.
Yeah, it'll be like the way that you get ready to go to bed. It's very like telling sometimes that
I'll be like, oh, I'm tired.
She does not want to be bothered. Be yawning like, ooh, I can't. I need to close my eyes and put her mask on. Like, okay, like I could. I know I could. You came to bed being very, very verbal about.
Baby, I'm verbal about my breakfast. You understand me? I'm verbal about everything.
That's true, but when you come to bed and it's like, it seems almost not exaggerated, but like really emphasized.
Baby, I'm extra.
Yeah, I know that.
In all my ways.
But so when it seems emphasized to me, that means I'm like, she really not trying to come together tonight.
There was a period in our relationship, and I don't know how we have turned this love language conversation into conversation about sex, basically. But there was a period in our relationship where I really, real deal, wasn't feeling it, right? Like, and I would just be like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, there was a period of when you were saying no.
Right. There was a period where I was like, nah, I'm cool off that. And it was almost like after a while, like even when I was past that, I had to literally pull my wife from the trenches, from the depths of despair. Yeah, man. It was like, how did we get here? And for me, it reminded me of that recording where she was just like, I never wanted to be like, where now all of a sudden you're not doing the things you used to do, and it's because I sort of made you feel like that wasn't available to you. And so
no, I mean, that's happened from your end to my end, and then vice versa sometimes. So, okay, I'm a creative. I am task oriented, but also I'm a creative. When I'm in my zone, I'm in my zone. Tristan will be in her needy moods of extreme physical touch.
When I'm needy AF.
She's needy AF, and it comes out of nowhere. She'll not be effing with me all day, or will kind of here and there, but not really be fooling with me on her phone, talking, chilling, and then I'm like, cool. I'm in my zone. Out of nowhere, she comes in the room. She'll chill. She'll sit on the bed for a second, play her game on her phone. I am actively maybe editing or something, and she will now be just physically touching me, grabbing me, whining, like all these things.
I'm taking her phone in her hand. I'm closing the laptop, like, and this is not like for sex. This is for attention. I am a quality time love language. Quality time and acts of service, I think, are my big ones. And then with a sprinkle of physical touch when I feel like it, right? And one thing about me is that my love language shifts with my mental state.
It does.
If I'm overwhelmed, don't fucking touch me. Do something. Okay, do you see all this that needs to get done? Do something. Like, I don't need a hug. I need you to pick up something.
Clean up the kitchen. I need you to unload the dishwasher. I need you to help me fold these clothes. Like, that's her action.
And that's for me. That's how you show me you love me when I'm overwhelmed. Realize that I haven't eaten breakfast yet and it's 2 p.m. That's my love language. Bring me something. Okay. But when I'm not mentally overwhelmed, I'm gonna need you to slap my ass when I walk by. You feel me? Like, because that's how I know it's real.
That's even when she don't want it. I don't care. That one she gonna get regardless. She know. Cause she done looked at me, cut her eyes at me a couple times. Like, if you don't leave me the hell alone, I don't care.
Sometimes you would get to the point where I would cut my eyes so much at you that she would slap my ass and then apologize. And I would be like, what is
I'd be like, oh,
dysfunctional shit is this?
I'd be like, my bad. She'd be like, for what? I'm like, you ain't been feeling that, but it's a natural thing for me to just do it.
It's just like, girl, because I got on you one time, because I wasn't.
It won't be a one time thing. That ain't how you
Every
operate.
once in a while, I'll be like, back up off me. Or sometimes I just playfully be like, go on somewhere. But that don't mean never touch me again, you wench.
I know when she's playing and when she not.
So literally, she will get to the point where she'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I know you don't want me touching you. Oh," and I was like, "What?
Yeah, because
what is happening?"
Because that's what you've been given. But back to what I was saying.
Is that
like it'll be one of those. She'll be so in a mood of neediness. Damn, what you doing? Mm-hmm. I want your attention now. Immediately. So as a creative, when I'm in my zone, that irritates the hell out of me because she doesn't verbalize it. She starts doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, she doesn't come in and say, hey babe, you know, here soon, do you mind it? Or not mind, but can I get your time? Like, I'm feeling really needy, or I really want to hug you, or really want to spend time with you, or whatever. She doesn't do that. She come in, like she said, she come in grabbing my phone, closing my laptop. I'm actively doing stuff, just grabbing this. I'd be like, bro, like this. For me, sometimes it feels so inconsiderate, but I'm like, okay, I know who I'm with. This is clearly a moment of neediness.
She will think that it came out of nowhere, but it did not. Because my wife, sometimes when she's in her creative bag, I will be saying stuff like, babe, you have not kissed me today. Have you kissed your wife today? Have you hugged your wife today? And she'll be like, well, you ain't hugged me today. Rather than, instead of saying, I'm about to come give you a hug, she'll be like, you ain't hugged me today.
I'm editing
you ain't
like
kissed me today.
Look, she'll do it while
Have you did this for me today?
Stuck in the middle of something. This is the reason why I do that, even though it's asshole-ish. I know that. I know it when I say it, because I'm like, if I say that, that's gonna buy me 5 minutes to knock this out, and I can go to her.
Except it could backfire.
It can,
because plenty of times she come to me 5 minutes later and I'm like, I want nothing to do with you. Go on about your business. Do whatever you was doing that you could not spare 6 seconds to give me a kiss or a hug 5 minutes ago. Go on about your business. Let the YouTube people have you. Let the work people have you.
Sometimes
let the TikTok people have you.
It's not a full backfire, because I'll go to her and I'll F with her the way she was effing with me, and she'll be pushing off of me. And she'll leave, and then I'll go finish what I was doing.
So all I'm saying is she's toxic.
Oh, wow.
She's toxic.
No, and, because most of the time, what belongs to you? Wow. You gonna really act up? So most of the time, my attention and me, I don't belong to you. I don't cater to you.
That's not the same thing. Catering to me, belonging to me.
Okay, say all them things is most of the time.
You cater to me. We cater to each other.
Look, see, she did the same thing that I do.
We cater to one another.
See, I ain't mad.
We do it.
But most of the time, you getting everything you need. Okay, we'll tell you the truth then. Clearly, she ain't getting everything she needs.
No, I think what I'm saying is that what I need changes so often.
It does.
That I'm surprised she don't have whiplash, quite frankly. I'm surprised that somebody check on her. You feel me? Like, somebody check in, because sis should not be okay.
Y'all see the strong neck? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
With the way I change and what I need change, I'm surprised she's okay. You know what I'm saying? Check on your strong friend.
I choose to love you. I chose to love you, and I choose to love you. You didn't become this way overnight.
Honestly, she made me worse though.
I did. And
I was never as spoiled as I am now, and it's her fault. Yes. And so now I be tripping when she was like, "Oh, you don't even, girl, if you don't go on."
Sometimes I try to reel her
back. Everything. I'm used to you dropping everything. So the fact that you still got all this shit in your arms when I need you, clearly, it's problematic.
Sometimes her friends have to tell her, like, Tristan, relax. Her family, like, come on now.
my sister be like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You need help.
The other day she was like, spoiled ass.
Like, my family be like, that girl, I can't understand. And I'm just like, well, and you never will. And you never will. But that's okay because we do it for each other.
We do. But nah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
I don't even remember what the topic was. Are y'all enjoying this?
Right? No, but not the five. The love languages, all the love languages that are out there. I agree with what she's saying, and like we said, it's the communication aspect, and also the observation aspect. If you're an observant person, everybody's not that, and you have to know if someone is or isn't that. Some people, you have to be very, very direct and clear with what it is you need in that moment. Then there's others that are observant and can figure it out and choose if they do or don't want to partake in that moment. But being observing is a type of communication.
Yeah. I think it's so crazy because that is my giving love language. I am a person that if I love you, I literally know your every and try to understand every single one of your mannerisms. I know how you feel at any given moment, what you might need, and I take inventory of you and your body language and your tics and the way your eyes do this.
Bruh, it's wild.
To the point just 30 minutes ago,
bruh,
I was upstairs. I'm listening to a book on my phone. I have my AirPods in. Natasha made a noise and I literally was like, "What's up? What's going on?"
I'm like, "What? What's up?" She's like, "What's wrong?" "What you mean? What's wrong? Is something wrong in your book?"
What's wrong with you?
She said, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Aren't you listening to a book?" She said, "Yes."
I said, "I am."
"Yeah, I am." "And you made a noise." And I'm like, "What?
What's up?
And
What's up?"
I'm like, "Bro, my pinky is doing something weird."
And it's straight. And I was like, "Okay, let me get you some Tylenol."
Like,
I don't want no Tylenol. Oh, yes you do. Yes you do. You want some Tylenol because pinkies shouldn't be doing things on their own accord. Your pinky should not feel like nothing. Okay, let me get you some Tylenol.
Man, it's weird because sometimes I'll say nothing, no things, and she'll come up and say,
"What's wrong? What do you need?
What do you need?"
Sometimes she'll say nothing, and I'll say, "You're hungry. What do you want?"
And I'm like,
"Let me make you some food." I'm dead in the middle doing something else, and I will feel her, and I'll be like, "Let me get you something to eat."
It's wild.
That's just who I am. That's the way I love, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I am with anybody who loves me and whom I love. Just know that you don't even have to articulate a need. I'm going to feel it.
Yeah. See, I have a couple of giving love languages. One, as I mentioned earlier, I am extremely observant. Similar to Tristan, but in a different way.
Yeah.
I understand the things people around me like, dislike, how they correlate into other things, what would bring them joy, the type of joy, whether it's a physical thing or a food thing or a thought thing or an emotion thing, or I can't explain it. I just know it. And
I can't explain it. I can't obtain it.
And when I gift people, it is always very intentional, and sometimes for some people it's very touching, just because I'm not going to just get you anything. It has to be something that I know about you and how you operate, and it's something that you've probably never even told me. That's one of mine. Another one of mine that is a lot of people, my family in particular,
I was just about to talk about it,
gets on me about all the time now. It wasn't a thing before, but now all of a sudden everybody is on me about it. Because
everybody see it.
am extremely selfless to the point that, according to these people, it's a detriment to me. It puts it.
Sorry, we got an interruption.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a detriment to me, but according to them, it is. And an example, and I thought through it or whatever, is that like we're all together and we're trying to figure out something to eat. Now, I eat differently than most people around me because I'm pescatarian. So I'll say, well, what do y'all want to eat? Because, yeah, I'm hungry, but I could figure out something to eat. It's not that big a deal. I'm not craving a certain thing. I just don't want to be hungry anymore. I can eat something there. So I'm like, well, what do y'all want? Okay, cool. Let's go to this rib spot. Rib spot's got sides and salads and all type of stuff I can eat. Where for her, as my wife, who be wifing, she like, what's something you could get that's a whole meal? We not going there. I'm cool
I looked
with
at
that.
the menu and they don't got nothing you eat there.
But for
so
me,
we not going there.
It's like I would much rather the majority get exactly what they're wanting because I just want to eat. I don't.
We can all
but
eat.
I don't. No, listen, but I don't specifically want a certain thing right now.
No,
I just want to eat some good food.
Ain't no such thing as good food only made up of sides.
Yes, it is. We have.
You're going to eat.
People, we have conditioned ourselves to think that we always have to have a big ass entree and then all these sides to
No,
eat.
you
That's
have
not.
to. No, that's not about. It's not about that. We're not talking about societal pressures and food content.
We're talking about
we are talking about your tendency to I don't want to say self-sabotage, but like literally be a martyr for everybody else to be able to be happy and like you think you're the sacrificial lamb. Look, Natasha let people run her in the ground. I literally be like, no, you're not going there. You're not doing that. They can go for themselves. They can do it for themselves. You don't need to do it. She literally will be the sacrificial lamb. Everybody eating, everybody sleep, everybody done got rest, everybody done got nutrition. She is starving and sleepy. And I'm like, absolutely not.
I'm not even going to deny that because that has happened.
She literally eyes bloodshot red, but that's how she show her love. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. And I guess it's like a form of acts of service, but to the extreme. And no, baby, no. Because when they leave or when we get by ourselves, I need you to have energy to cater to me. And so
selfish wench. That's the reason she looking out for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep us whole.
She crazy.
I'm trying to keep us whole. I'm trying to keep us together, baby. It's a no.
But there, I believe, I don't know if there is one. I guess I should look it up. But there should be one that talks about
how you receive.
How you give. How you give love, because I like to give gifts.
Yes.
But she would much rather receive acts of service. So like,
yes.
I want to, give her something. It's my wife.
She's a gift giver, and it's always strange to me because I appreciate the gifts.
She don't want them.
It's not that I don't want them.
She don't want them.
It's not that I don't want them.
It's not her preferred want.
That's not the case. That is not the case.
What's the case?
They just don't. They're not. It's not super meaningful to me.
When like, you don't want something, it's not meaningful. That's not
All
true.
Right,
go ahead.
That's not true.
Go ahead. I'm just playing with you.
I'm just saying, like, it depends. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I am big on if you give me a gift that I really needed. That for me is basically an act of service. It's something that I needed that would make for Christmas. Don't get me anything for the last 13 years of our relationship. When Christmas time come and we got our Christmas budget and her parents is asking what we want for Christmas, she gonna ask for some shoes. She gonna ask for a PlayStation. She gonna ask for a TV. I'm gonna ask for a new bedspread for the bed, a new vacuum for the house, some plates for the kitchen. So I'm gonna ask for things that I need but haven't been able to get for myself because of other priorities, right?
And see, people will be like, Tristan, what do you need? Because
that's what I need. I need some sheets.
But that's actually not for her. That's for us. That's for the house.
And that's okay. My job is to take care of us. And so it's for me. That's literally, I feel better when I'm sleeping on nice sheets. I feel better when I'm eating off beautiful, plates.
Yeah.
I feel better when I have a vacuum that vacuums for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I just going to buy her a really nice, beautiful bracelet and necklace is a waste of time. For real. Because
I'll wear it.
She'll wear it, but she don't.
And I'm never going to give it away because you gave it to me. I'm never going to get rid of it. I'm going to have it till the day I die.
I remember one year she was like, one February, she said, babe, don't get me wrong and don't think I don't appreciate what you got me for Valentine's Day and what you got me
that caused a problem
for Valentine's Day, but do not buy me any more stuffed animals.
Don't give me another baby bear. Don't give me no more baby bears. Don't give me no more
Now, have I listened? No.
Don't give me no more stuffed camels.
I didn't.
Stuffed nothing. Don't give me
I didn't
nothing.
listen. She's gotten 3 more since, but these 3 for some reason she likes a lot. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But she got rid of all the other ones.
I got rid of them.
And she got rid of them,
I was just
y'all.
like, I mean, this is a nice gesture. I'm 30.
After the fact.
I'm 30. Stop this. Stop this shit.
She would much rather me come up to her and give her an envelope showing that I done paid off a credit card. That's what she wants.
One of these days, I want her to film a video of her paying off my student loans. If you want to do something for me, do that. All this money you spending is money that could have went on student loans. That's how I think.
Yeah. So.
That's how my brain works. Like every dollar that we spend on something else and I still got a student loan debt or something like that, yeah. I'm just like, but this was a waste.
Yeah. So. But yeah, y'all, that's us in our love languages and our thoughts on love languages relative to marriage.
Can I tell you something that makes me uncomfortable?
Tell me.
It's not in our relationship. I be watching some of these YouTube videos where obviously their love language, or either it's their love language or they be fronting or stunting.
Yes.
Either it's their love language or they be stunting.
Yes.
Where they get for each other's birthday or Christmas or something, like thousands of dollars worth of lavish gifts.
It'd be wild.
And things of that nature.
You could tell.
And it makes me so uncomfortable. Like I tell her all the time, don't ever do that for me.
Yeah.
I just don't want it. Right? Like if you gonna get me a gift, okay, couple gifts, cool. Don't fill up this whole living room full of damn thousands of dollars worth of gifts.
And if I do, I'm not filming all of that. We're not gonna show y'all all of that if that ever happened, but it probably would never happen because again, I know my wife and I know what she desires. Like it would be equivalent to that, but it'd be something else.
First of all, who about to clean all this up? This is a lot of gift boxes and gift wrapping.
Girl, I don't worry about that.
If you're gonna do something, you could fill up this whole room with balloons. You could give me a whole bunch of roses. Those things are cool because they also temporary and they don't accumulate in my home. I don't need anything else that's gonna clutter up my space.
Yeah.
Give me something temporary.
Yeah.
Some balloons, some roses.
Yeah, no, it's interesting watching some of those sometimes because you could tell the person, they're being thankful on camera. I'll put it like that. But that's another topic for another day. So, again, we hope you enjoyed us discussing love languages in marriage, or in our marriage.
In our marriage, right? Because we didn't even mind anybody else's marriage.
We minded our marriage on this Monday.
Let us know if you like it when we mind our marriage. Do y'all want to hear more about our marriage? We got another video for y'all that you all have requested coming up in the next couple of weeks. You all requested for us to talk about, was it the time we almost didn't make it?
Yeah, the time we almost didn't make it as a married couple.
And what we did, how we got out of that that hole.
Like, so.
Yeah, so y'all have requested that. It's coming. Don't think we forgot about you.
We did not forget about you.
But it takes a little bit of a prep to have those to rehash,
because we got to go back into that space to really talk about it. So
so it's gonna take us some time, but we got you though.
It's coming though. But if this is your first time watching our channel, family, welcome. We are so happy to have you here. Now that you're here, my beautiful wife is gonna tell you a couple things.
Listen, we know y'all love it here. And we love that you love it here.
Yeah.
Okay? And to show us that you love it here, what we need you to do is subscribe.
For sure.
Okay? And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell.
Ding, 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 ding. Just do it multiple times.
I think I just need you to hit it one time, because if you do it multiple times, you might unsubscribe. Right. We don't need that.
That's true.
So just go ahead and subscribe one time. Hit the notification bell one time, so you are notified when your new friends and LaGrandes post new content. And while we're on the subject of content, did you like this?
Let us know.
Listen, and the way you let us know is by liking the video. Okay, hit the thumbs up. We need y'all to like it. We need y'all to engage with it. We need y'all to comment and let us know. Just talk to us about
what's your love
topic.
languages? Do you relate to some of this? Have you had some of these type of discussions? Are you realizing some things in our discussion that now you might need to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely.
It took us a while to come to these things.
I'm interested, and so go ahead and comment and let us know. Make sure you share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about your new friends and LaGrandes.
Yeah. We love y'all, and we're gonna holler at you in the next video.
Bye.
Peace.